Filming by myself today. Time to work on my car and get it ready for the 2023 season. The plans for the off season are to get the small block back out of it, tear it down. There's nothing wrong with it, but I want to add some more power over winter, whether by raising the compression, changing cam, a couple other things I need to do, or putting a turbocharger on it. There's a couple things that I need to fix and redo. We completed the swap in about 2.5 weeks, so there's some things that I want to redo. Today I plan on working on getting the headliner out of it, a couple other odds and ends to get the car caged. I plan to keep it full interior, including trying to keep the back seat, so we're going to try to accommodate the cage to go around that and still be safe. There's no reason to keep it full interior. I just think full interior drift cars are cool. I'm going to try to get as much content as I can today, get the headliner out of the car, and see what else comes afterwards. So as I said, this thing's still full interior. It's still got a factory passenger seat. Pretty basic inside, does have an NRG harness bar. The headliner in this thing's fairly nasty. It's been that way ever since I got it, and nasty interior is a large pet peeve of mine. It was a factory gray interior car. Then I converted all to black, hence why it's still got the gray back to a back seat, because the car that I got the interior out of had a fold down back seat. This is a 325, so it doesn't have a folding rear seat. So I gotta find a black back seat, and I think I'm gonna try to keep the headliner and cut around it for the cage, and change the color of the headliner to black as well. Every E46 that I know of had gray headliner, at least in a sedan. So I'm gonna just try and rewrap it or do something to turn the headliner black as well if I keep it. Then yeah, eventually get the dash pulled out of it and get ready and get stuff fabricated and figured out for the cage. Got the front part tore apart, got the sun visors out, got the old crap handles out, dome light out. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the back. You can see how nasty the headliner is. Looks like whoever had the car before me let something explode, like a pop can or something, I don't know. Figure out how to get all this stuff out back here. Oh! This is the first time I've sat back here since I've installed the harness bar. Needless to say, I would not want to ride back here. But it's fine. Hey, I mean, I guess you could kind of use it like a roller coaster handle. Just wouldn't ride back here without a helmet. It'd be a good way to bash your face off of. But hey, this is kind of cool. Don't know if anyone will ever be able to ride back here once I get the cage in. But either way, I'm gonna try to keep the back seat. As I'm working on getting this C-pillar piece taken out here, I saw something that just made me kind of have to laugh. Pretty well every lap drifting, I've got all 4 windows down. The front windows are always down, but a lot of times, especially if it's hot, I'll roll the back windows down as well. And there is rubber caked. It might be kind of hard to see, but there is rubber caked all along the back of the package tray. And the only person I've ever really chased is Justin, with the exception of Tyler and a couple others, but mostly it's always Justin. So I find it pretty funny. Most of what's more than likely Justin's tires are in my car. Do you want them back? I believe I have all the garbage accessories taken out to get this thing loose. So now it's time to, oh, I might just broke something, who knows. So now it's time to see if I can even get this thing out or if I missed something. So, certified YouTube mechanic over here. The biggest thing I gotta work on figuring out is my door bars, because there's not much room. Now everyone just does the typical cut the door, remove the glass, whole 9 yards, but this is still a street car. The windows still work. So what I'm thinking about doing is cutting the door panel and cutting it here all the way down. Actually, I'll probably start the cut line and then kind of come up into here and come right down where it meets the dash and remove it, relocate the speaker, both speakers, and then take a piece of sheet metal and fabricate it into the factory panel and bend it, roll it, get it as tight back against the door as I can, get rid of the door pockets. That way the cage can come down as close, as tight against the door as possible. The passenger seat's going to get changed to another NRG, or I'll probably put that one over here and get a full containment for that side. Either way, even though I'd like to run NASCAR bars, I might just run the traditional 2-bar setup down because of my room. Just because I want to keep it, you know, pretty much as full interior as I can inside. Headliner's out. Didn't know this much garbage was under the headliner in a BMW, but hey, it's out. And next step is start fabricating what I want to do for the cage. I gotta get the airbags out yet. It's the only 2 airbags left in the car is the curtain ones. Get those out and then start fabricating for the cage. I'm gonna go down through the dash with it, so I'll pull the dash out, cut it when it goes back in. I'm gonna try to tuck the cage as tight up against the top of the car as I can and hide it as best as I can. Just cause, you know, street car vibe, so. Cool. Shout out to BMW for building a strong headliner, because I definitely didn't crease it right here and bend it like a taco to get it out. But I was not taking the seats and harness bar and all that out for something I'm not tremendously worried about. I'm gonna try to put it back in because it looks even worse without it. But I'm just really glad that I took it out and you can't even see where it's bent and it didn't crease it. So that's awesome, because it'll probably go back in the same way. I'm gonna see if I can't maybe steam clean this thing, pressure wash it. It's absolutely disgusting. It looks like on the bottom side that it had a leak at one time, but the top side's clean. So I'm guessing a pop can or bottle or something exploded and went all over everything. It's the only thing I can think it is, because it's all the way back and the car doesn't leak. As I was editing last night, a few of the video files that I had decided they wanted to corrupt, and I actually lost the SD card. Like it corrupted as well. Part of those videos I lost, about 20 minutes total, one of those was the outro or the closer, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to put today's video and yesterday's video together, which also helps so it's not just one big long boring video of me pulling a headliner. Today's plans are, I'm going to drive the car here in a little bit because it's absolutely beautiful outside. Might be one of the last pretty days we have of the year. I really need to work on getting the motor out of it, but I got a couple things I need to go do, so I just want to go enjoy the car one more time for the year. And then once I get back, I'm going to put it back in its spot, get it up in the air, start getting the exhaust out from under it, and start getting the little knick-knack pieces off of it to start getting the engine out of it. It's not too big of a deal to do, but I'm going to pull the whole front end off, possibly even drop the subframe. I plan to clean everything up, repaint it over winter. I want to repaint the engine bay again, but I don't know what color I want to make it this time. So yeah, just some miscellaneous things that I'm going to start doing over the next few weeks. Just got a couple things done this morning. Now I'm going to take it and ride downtown, run a couple errands, get some things done, and probably be the last drive for the year. It's one thing about it being a street car is it's hard to quit driving it. So it's a lot of fun just to get out. It's very well mannered, and but I got to tear into it. So after today's drive, I plan on making content, tearing it apart. And once I get back, I'll get it up in the air, let it cool off, and hopefully by the weekend have the motor and everything out of it. All right, let's see here. It was down in the 20s last night. So let's see how well the carburetor likes it. Give her the old 3 pump. Oh. That's what you can hear in the video. Also videoing this to show our wonderful roads in West Virginia. 2 things you have to have while owning a drift car in West Virginia. That's a good chiropractor and a good dentist, so you can fix your back and your teeth after hitting these potholes. And we'll go ahead and end this video here, do a part 2. I'm scared that all the filming that I have planned is going to make this video too long, and I feel this is probably a good stopping point. Plus, I know there's a lot of time lapses in this video. I don't know how everyone feels about time lapses, but with the background noise that I do have and the camera audio not being the best, I feel that that's just the best way. And plus, it keeps the videos from being 30-40 minutes long. Anyway, in the next video, I plan to continue to get the nose off the car, and I'm going to pull the rear tires off and figure out what's up with my rear geometry. It toes out and cambers in when I pull the hydro, which I know camber in's no big deal, but I do need to add some positive camber to the rear, but I got to figure out why it's towing out. So I plan to work on that in the next video, figure out how I'm going to do a string test. We'll see what part 2 brings, but like I said, I felt this was a good stopping point. So like, subscribe, I appreciate everyone watching, and have a good one.